Welcome back to Bucklesberry Lemonade, the podcast. I'm your host, Tim, for the evening. Lisa is off tonight, so I'm flying solo. Tonight, we're diving into a case that's haunted investigators and family members for decades. The disappearance of Mary Day. It's a sad story filled with abuse, a mysterious reappearance, and lingering questions that just may never be fully answered. This is the story of Mary Day, a young girl whose life was tragically cut short, leaving behind a legacy of unanswered questions. Stay tuned, guys. This is going to be a good one. Mary was just 13 years old in June of 1981. She was living in Seaside, California with her biological mother, her sister, and a stepfather who, he was described by many as being abusive. This wasn't just a case of a strict parent. We're talking about documented instances of physical abuse, enough to bring Child Protective Services into the picture. Yet, despite all these red flags, Mary stayed in the home. Now, the events leading up to Mary's disappearance are chilling. On the night she vanished, her stepfather, in a fit of rage, accused Mary of poisoning the family dog. The dog was about the only thing that this man truly loved in this household. He claimed he was possessed by a demon, and he brutally beat her, leaving Mary bleeding from her mouth. Now, shortly after this horrific incident, Mary was gone, just vanished. Her family never reported her missing. Never. Think about that for a moment. Her own family never reported her missing. That's a Mother and Father of the Year award waiting to happen. Now, years passed. We're talking decades. The case, it grew cold. Then in the early 2000s, a glimmer of hope appeared. During a routine traffic stop in Arizona, a woman using an alias, who also happened to have a thick southern accent, was found to be using Mary Day's Social Security number. The woman's name was Monica Devereaux. Now, in a strange twist that sounds like something out of a Lifetime movie, DNA testing confirmed that this woman was Mary Day's biological mother's child. Told you it got weirder. But this wasn't the happy reunion you might would have expected. This woman by now was claiming to actually have been Mary. She had memory lapses, couldn't recall shared childhood experiences, and just seemed a bit off. Her own sister began to suspect something wasn't right, especially when this Mary returned to California to collect an inheritance. This led to a deeper investigation and another shocking turn. Investigators uncovered the truth. This woman, she was the secret daughter of Mary's mother and her stepfather, adopted and essentially hidden away. It is believed she was coerced into stealing Mary's identity, possibly to help her parents evade prosecution for Mary's presumed murder. Now let's go back just a second. You remember that detail about the dog being poisoned and about the violent beating? Mary's sister recounted how, after that night, their parents warned them to stay away from a particular part of the yard and to never speak of Mary again. Decades later, cadaver dogs were brought to that very same spot, and they alerted to a specific location. When the investigators dug, they found a small shoe. Too small to belong to a 13-year-old, but this discovery fueled suspicion that Mary was indeed murdered and her body moved, and then the shoe somehow left behind as a grim reminder. Now here's where the story gets even more complicated. You see, facial recognition software was used to compare a photo of Mary from 1981 to the images of the woman from Arizona claiming to be Monica Devereaux. You guessed it. The results were a near match. This raised the possibility that the woman was indeed Mary Day, and that her memory issues were a result of the severe trauma she suffered as a child, compounded by possible alcoholism later in her life. Some believe she needed Mary's identity to access government benefits due to severe health issues. Tragically, this woman, whether she was the real Mary Day or Monica Devereaux or not, passed away from cancer years later, taking her secrets with her. So, what do we make of all this? Was Mary murdered by her abusive stepfather? Was the woman in Arizona truly Mary, a victim of unimaginable circumstances, who simply wanted to escape her past? The truth, well, it remains elusive. The case of Mary Day is a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind closed doors, the secrets that families keep, and the enduring power of unanswered questions. Thank you for joining me today on Bucklesberry Lemonade. If you have any information about the disappearance of Mary Day, please contact the proper authorities. Until next time, stay safe and remember, sometimes the quietest of shadows hide the deepest of secrets.